Come on, quick, there's cake. Ironically, caution signs cause just as many accidents as they prevent. This is what can happen when women don't pay attention. Whoa, not so fast there, sugar tits. See if you recognize this voice. Whoa there, sugar tits. See? It grabs your attention like that.
Oh, the series was very successful. Uber successful. That's German for very. It was so successful, in fact, that the French had their own version of it.
Oh, 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 c'est mieux. Une belle et attractive, c'est flussé. Pourvenue nettoyer le mess, c'est une gentille madame. Oh, 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 pas trop loin. Sacré boubache.
I looked him in the eye and I said, "Oi, Ginger, how would you like to be famous?"
Ah, break time. Time to enjoy a well-earned beverage. Crikey! That's not your water, mate. Looks like this man's time is up. His colleagues can only watch on helplessly as the poor fellow chokes on his own chunder.
And the rest is history. I mean, Adrian is what I like to call a natural. That guy can stack boxes in his sleep.
Thomas needs to do some shredding. Let's take a look at the incorrect way to do it. With communism still knocking at our door, it's important to destroy sensitive documents and paperwork. But be sure to follow health and safety procedures. That's right, no ties allowed. Now this person doesn't know what they're doing. Now he's got himself into a right old pickle. In this situation, panic will get you nowhere. So just keep calm and carry on. Now let's take a look at the correct way to do it. Safety goggles are essential, as is a black man, or other, to hold your ties safely.
Oh yes, it was certainly diverse. I mean, we were quite a mixed bunch back then with a hell of a lot of talent. I mean, we had a woman, a ginger, a Jew, a deafie, a darkie, and I'm pretty sure Thomas was a puff.
Coffee. But wait. Ooh. Time to wake up and smell the coffee, buddy boy.
Yeah, I wanted to do the coffee accident scene, but Max wouldn't let me. He said my hands weren't nice enough. I mean, you feel those bad boys?
Oh, they're very soft.
It's from using Fairy Up liquid, that. Mild green.
Very liquid.
Classics.
What happened to Tom? Well, one day he came in and he gave me a look, a gay look that made my arsehole quiver, and I fired him the next day.
I was fired after the first series. It was clear that I had more talent than the entire cast combined, and I honestly think Max was jealous. It's only natural, really.
Following the dismissal of Thomas Renworth, producer Max Marzetti was commissioned to compose a new series of road safety videos for the BBC. After achieving success nationally and internationally, it seemed nothing could go wrong for the crew. However, it was only a matter of time before their luck changed for the worse.
Road safety is vitally important. Remember, millions of people are killed on our streets every day. But as long as you keep your wits about you when you cross the road, you'll be perfectly safe.
So shooting had been going really well. But I think where we went wrong was that we had hired a Japanese technician to do the stunts and the explosions, etc. And there was a bit of a language barrier, and that's where I think problems occurred. I mean, it was the 80s and political correctness was everywhere, and I've always been ahead of the game, shall we say, with PC, especially with the Gooks. And anyway, we began to shoot the second scene, and... Until I say the word action, okay? Not until I say that. Until that point, don't do this worry. Come on. Come on, Johnny. Johnny, son.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance, for God's sake!
Johnny, mate.
Come on, Johnny, stay with us.
For fuck's sake, where the fuck am I going to get another black guy?
I think the car's
Who
fine.
gives a fuck about the fucking car? Shit!
Do you want me to keep filming?
Yeah, I didn't even know what had happened at first. Poor old Johnny. He didn't even see it coming.
Plain and simply, he shouldn't have been standing there.
The driver was off like a rocket. The irony being that he was probably running at a faster speed than he was when he hit the poor bastard with the car.
I'm not saying that I did sleep with Johnny, and I'm not saying that I didn't, but I did.
When I saw that car going towards Johnny, I thought, he's going to be okay. I mean, it's a small car and he's a big lad. It's like when you see, you know, that tiny plane going towards the World Trade Centre, you think, it's not even going to leave a dent. But sure enough, the North Tower went down. So did Johnny. Like a sack of shit.
Yeah, when Johnny got hit, I ran off to get an ambulance because it was all pretty frantic. And I certainly wasn't thinking straight because I could have just carried him home. I mean, especially with these guns. Go on, squeeze.
No.
Come on, just squeeze.
No.
Go on, squeeze.
No.
Squeeze.
No.
Squeeze.
No.
Come on, just squeeze.
No.
The death of Johnny Typecast proved to be detrimental to the crew's prosperity. The BBC made the decision to pull the road safety series, and producer Max Marzetti was forced to pay compensation to the young actor's family. Due to financial difficulties, the team's downfall seemed imminent. Sponsors and advertising groups began to pull contracts, and the cast faced months and even years of unemployment.
Yeah, they flew me out to America to record the original voice of Buzz Lightyear in the first Toy Story. But obviously after the sex scandal with Carol Vorderman, they dropped my contract. To infinity and up your ass, you fucking yank pricks.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear, you're an action figure! You are a child's plaything!
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell.
The accident and subsequent events seemed to hit Max Marzetti hard. Unemployed and homeless, Max began drinking on a daily basis.
Oh yes, Max loved drug. And I mean loved the stuff. You know, I didn't know where he was coming from next, you know, I couldn't keep up with the names. There was coke and crack and ket and cane. There was cracker smack, whisker sniff, poppers, Felix buzzards, wonky walkers, Kerry Katonas. He was on it all. You know, there were times I couldn't even recognise him unless he had a gurn on.
I love drug, and it caused a lot of problems for me back then, but the biggest problem was that it led on to what I like to call my demon mistress, the crack pipe. I was married to the pipe for about 8 years. Things just went from worse to even more worse.
After losing his career and family, Max Marzetti hit rock bottom. He began drinking and taking a cocktail of drugs.